Hello, Career Ed class. This is Mr. Irvin again for Tuesday, November 6th. And I'm still up in Des Moines at my counselor conference. Sorry I couldn't be there today, but I know Mrs. Behrens is taking good care of you, and I know you're working hard. What we want to do today is to look at a few other items and another activity in I Have a Plan, Iowa. So what I would like you to do is go up to Career Planning and click that. I would like you to go down to Explore Careers. And what I would actually like you to do is go over clear to the right, kind of in the middle part of the screen. There is something there called Career-O-Matic, and I would like you to click on that link. Now, Career-O-Matic is going to load for just a few seconds, and then you get kind of a slot machine. And I'm going to do it first, then I'm going to have you do it for a few times. But watch what happens. I'm going to put my mouse on the slot machine lever, and I'm going to click. Why not leave your life to chance? Can't be bothered to find out more about yourself, find careers that you might like? Try Career-O-Matic instead. And what happens is, if we leave it to chance, I might end up being an outdoor kiwi fruit scientist. Now what I'd like you to do is to pause the video and have you as students click Career-O-Matic 3 or 4 times and see what comes up. So pause the video now. Alright, we're back. And after you did that, you came up with a lot of crazy kinds of careers. Now my question is, what is the basic message of Career-O-Matic? Well, obviously it is, unless you want to end up in kind of crazy occupations or occupations you're not going to like very well, you need to do a lot of career planning. So that's what Career-O-Matic is all about. So we're going to go back up and we're going to click on the home symbol up on the green menu bar. And we're going to leave Career-O-Matic. And now what we're going to do is we're going to go over and click on College Planning. So click on College Planning on the green menu bar. And what I would like you to do is to go down and click on the link that says Prepare for College. And it brings up this page, which has a lot of good career planning resources on it. And I would like you to click on College Planning Timeline. Now, College Planning Timeline has a number of different kinds of tasks that if you're going to do a good job of getting ready for college in the future, it sets out kind of a timeline that you can follow. So let's go over and click on the 8th grade timeline. And you can see the 8th grade timeline has a number of things. And what this is are things that you really should be getting done in order to be successful in planning for college. So, it starts out with counselors, teachers, parents, and friends are all good sources of information. Study hard, start saving for college, and you can scroll on down. And then over to the left, you can click on each of the grades that you're going to be in high school, and it will show you some of the different kinds of things that you need to think about or need to try to get done each year. So that's the 9th grade year. Here's the 10th grade year. Here's the 11th grade year. And here is the 12th grade year. And actually the 12th grade year, they have it set off month by month because there's lots to get done during the senior year. And unfortunately, I have a few seniors that don't have some of this done very well. And they even have a college freshman year timeline. Anyway, that's just to kind of alert you what's available in I Have a Plan, that there's a good timeline there that you can utilize to kind of be a to-do list to be ready for college. Alright, so we're going to go back and we're going to click on the home symbol and we're going to click on career planning. And we're going to go down and we're going to click on get a job. Now, one of the things that's important when you enter a career is knowing how to have some good job skills as far as applying for jobs, interviewing for jobs, and all of that. And one of the things that about everybody has to do when they apply for a job is to set up a resume. So I would like you to go over here and click on Resume Builder. Now, what a resume is, it is a very quick summary of information about yourself. This would be, for example, if you had graduated from college either with an associate degree or a bachelor's degree, and you're out looking for a job, employers are going to want to have a resume put together. And a resume just summarizes in a very systematic way important information about yourself, about your personal contact information, about your educational background, about your work background, what kind of an objective do you have for a career or for a job, and all of that. Now, this is something that you will do more as when you get out of high school, but it's just a good thing to kind of expose you right now. So I want you to go up right now and click on View Sample Resumes. And we're going to click on Kayla Brown. And here's Kayla's sample resume. And you can see it's set up in kind of a format in which an employer can look at that very quickly and locate pretty quick information. It's got her employment history, her employment objective, where she had worked, what years she worked, shows her educational training, and all of that. So we're going to go back to the previous page and we're going to go down and click on Kyle Johnson, who has a strong education skill set, limited work history. So let's click on that. Now on Kyle's resume, he has listed a good employment objective. He lists the skills that he has, and he lists his employment history, and then he lists his education and training. And you can see in a one-page summary, an employer who might want to interview Kyle for a job can take a look at this resume and locate a lot of information very quickly. And you can see up at the top, Kyle lists his address, his phone number, so that the employer can call him for an interview. So that is another example of a resume. So let's go back to the previous page and let's go up and click on Toby Nelson. Now Toby has again listed his information right here, his employment objective, his qualifications, his employment history, his education and training. Another thing that will be commonly listed on resumes will be references. People that you've worked for before, their contact information of who an employer could call to find out what kind of a worker you are, how responsible you are. Maybe a coach or principal or a teacher will also be listed there. And the employer can call them and find out what kind of a person you are, what kind of a worker you would be. So those are some examples of resumes. So let's go back to the previous page. And let's go back to the previous page before. And what we're going to do today is have a little activity and build a new resume. Now, you're going to have to probably make up some information because you may not have enough information in order to do all the things on a resume. But click Build a New Resume. And what it's going to do is have you just type in some different kinds of things of the resume. I'm logged in as this student, Joe Trainer, and there's my email address, joetrainer@trainercardinals.org. So I put in all my address, and then I'm going to go down through employment objective, skills, work history, education and training, certificates and licenses. Those would be things where you've maybe have a CDL, so you can drive a truck, or you have a license to be like a hairdresser or someone like that. Accomplishments, activities, interests, and so on. Now, again, being 8th graders, you're not going to have a lot of actual information. What I would like you to do is just kind of make some things up in times and act like you are actually building a real resume. But this gives you kind of an idea of what resumes are all about. Just get it done as best that you can. It's just the experience of learning about what a resume is, and that's really an important thing to do. Alright, so if you haven't gotten your 4-year plan into I Have a Plan yet, get to working on that, making sure that you get that in. Also, don't forget, I have to have your 4-year plan signed by your parents and also by yourself, so you need to get those in, and Mrs. Behrens will be able to take those. But have a good time here working on the resume builder. It's a good experience to go through, and someday you will actually be doing your own real resume. And if you don't have a good one, you may not get a job. It's called employability skills. So, Mr. Irvin signing off. Thanks a lot. I hope you enjoy your activity for today. And go Cardinals.